Today we're going to restyle the dash on this 2007 Toyota Tundra with the Alpine X009-TND. Hello everyone, my name is Javier Vergara with the Alpine Electronics Restyle team, and I'm going to walk you through the steps on getting it done. Okay, so first step, we're going to take the door seal out. Then we are going to remove the kick panel. Now we're going to remove the two 10mm bolts that hold the knee cover. Okay, so now we're going to remove this, the cluster cover. Okay, and we also have to disconnect these two harnesses here. There's 1 and 2. We also need to remove the cigarette lighter panel. And next we're going to remove the HVAC control. So you can grab from here and pull straight towards you. Now, to remove the head unit, we're going to remove the 4 10mm screws, 2 in the front and 2 in the far back. We'll disconnect everything behind the head unit. And now, to allow the head unit to go all the way up, we have to trim this top section of the dash. This will allow the head unit to fit into place. So something else I did here, I separated the radio antenna from the wire harness, just to give me enough slack to be able to move the harness away from the antenna. Otherwise, it's going to get difficult once you plug in the head unit. All right, so it's time to flash our Maestro module. So the first thing we're going to do is plug it in with the USB cable that comes in the box. We're going to go to the iDataLink website, select the iDataLink Maestro, and then we can hit flash your module. So in this case, we're going to flash our module to this Tundra. So we're going to select the make. In this case, it's Toyota. The year is 2007. And the model, obviously, there's only one Tundra. From there, we're going to select which steering wheel is the vehicle equipped with. There's only one option here, so we're just going to hit confirm. Okay. The brand of the head unit, it's obviously Alpine. The model is X009-TND. Okay, now we have to enter the serial number of the head unit that this Maestro will be connected to. Now, you can find the serial number on the head unit itself, or you can find it on the box. It usually starts with an S. So we'll punch that in, and then we'll hit next. After that, we're going to select the systems we want to retain. In this case, it is equipped with steering wheel controls. It does have the USB media. We do want the vehicle information. It is equipped with the JBL system, so we also want to retain that. It does not have satellite radio. And we also do want to get gauge information. So from here, we're going to click next. And now we can program our steering wheel commands. If you select each one of these functions, you can actually change those if you wish to do so. In this case, we're going to leave them the way they are. But just notice that there is also a second command if you press and hold each one of the buttons. So we're going to click next. So now we can see the flashing progress at the bottom. Now also notice there is a print wallet card icon here. You can click that if you want to print a set of those commands for your customer, or if you want to retain that for your records as well. Okay, so you can print that. In this case, we're just going to leave it alone. Click out of there. And as you can see, our flashing is completed now. So now we can connect it to the main harness and follow with our installation. We mounted our microphone on the left side of the dome light panel. And right after that, we're going to remove the speaker cover from the center of the dash. This is where we're going to place our GPS antenna. We're going to route the cable this way. down to the radio cavity. Now, down by the OBD2 connector, we're going to run the extension cable up to the radio cavity so we can plug it in the main harness. Okay, so now we're going to plug in the main harness. We have attached our Maestro module. We secured it with a couple zip ties. And in this case, because this truck is equipped with the JBL system, we're going to add the JBL adapter. Okay. So we're going to connect it. We're going to connect the OBD2. We'll have our main harness. Okay, we have also routed our HDMI and USB cables, and they are down here now. This is going to go on the auxiliary port down by the HVAC. So we're going to assemble these back together once we're ready to put the HVAC back on, and we'll show you that process in a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to plug everything in now, since we have all the connections in the back of the head unit, and we'll go ahead and mount the head unit. Okay, we plugged everything in. Now we can mount our head unit. We routed the key harness through the side so we can plug it in on this side. So now we're going to mount it. Make sure that everything's clear in the back and that the head unit goes all the way to the top edge. Now, if you need to readjust the head unit, once the bezel is on, you can loosen up the bolts since you have full access to all four down at the bottom. You can loosen them up. You can loosen them up and realign the head unit wherever it needs to be. Okay, so I like to tuck in the excess cable in there. All right, so now we're going to run the HDMI and USB cable through the auxiliary port section. Okay, and we're going to plug everything else in. So now we're going to snap the HDMI connector and the USB into their respective places, and then we can push the auxiliary port back in. So we'll do it like this. Notice that the clip goes on top and the other one goes at the bottom, so make sure you align that up. Okay, now they're set. Make sure we have the top section up and just slide it back in place. And that's our USB HDMI port now. Now that we have our head unit all mounted, everything's back in place, we're going to turn it on. And we're going to make sure that everything's working properly. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to check the Maestro module, make sure it's working properly with the vehicle and communicating with the head unit. So we're going to press and hold the favorites button, which is the start button. And that gives us our vehicle notifications. As you can see, our left doors, both of them are open, is showing us the voltage. We have our gauge information, so it seems to be working properly. Okay, I'm gonna exit out of that. Check our sound.
The first single he dropped.
So that is working. We also added satellite radio here, so that should be working as well. And we have satellite radio. Okay. So that completes our installation. And that's a wrap. Our installation is complete. Till next time.